Hi friends, welcome back to my Cozy Crafty Cabin. So today is day 7 of my One Sheet Wonder series where I've been sharing different projects you can make with just one sheet of 12 by 12 paper and have no scraps. And here's a sneak peek at what we'll be making today. So, like with all the other projects I've done so far this series, I'm just pulling a paper from the summer house, summer theme paper from my stash, and we're going to make some really cute mini file folders. So with one 12 by 12 sheet, you can make 2 file folders. And first things first, you just cut your paper right down the middle at 6 inches. So these are the bases for our mini file folders. What you're going to do first now is you're going to make some score lines. So what I like to do first is on the 12-inch side, I score down at 5.5 inches. And then I like to fold on that score line. And we're going to keep it folded. And we're going to use this as a guide to make our next score lines to create that kind of tabbed piece on the file folder. So with it folded, I go down at 2 inches, and I'm only going down to that front sheet, so it's 1 inch. And then I rotate it back to that 12-inch side, and on the 1-inch line, I make a score line and I meet that other score line we just created. So you see kind of the tab that we're going to be forming for the file folder. So next you're going to take your paper and you're going to make a cut at that 2-inch score line that we made down to where it meets that 1-inch score line that we made going from that horizontal line basically. And then I like to fold down this piece. So next you're going to place your paper back on your scoreboard with the tab, so like the back piece of the file folder that has the tab on your right and the front of the file folder on your left, and you're going to make a score at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to fold down on that score line. Now you could keep this as is, but I like to make one additional score line, and that's on the tab. So right now this tab piece is 1 inch long, and so I'm going to score it down in half. So I'm going to make a score, 1/2 inch away from the edge. So I lay it down where that tab is all the way on the right. So if you have your paper fully laid out, it's going to go up to 12 inches, so I just scored at the 11.5 inch line. And that is all of the cuts and score lines that we're going to make. So it's very, very simple. But again, now at this point, you decide however you want to fold it. So if you have double-sided paper, like I'm using, you can, whatever you think looks best, whatever your preference is. And I'll show you too how you can, like these are basically reversible, which I think is so cool. So you can have it where the tab is on the far left, but then you can like turn your paper inside out and then the tab's on the right, the far right. So I just think that's so cool. So basically these are reversible file folders and it's just extra cute with the double-sided paper. So after we've done all of our cuts and scores, really what's left is just to add our adhesive and glue down where we made our folds once you decide, you know, which way you want to fold your paper. So this is totally optional, but you know how like on file folders, usually they have those other score lines at the bottom of the paper. And I think that's just so you can like expand the file folder if they get, you know, pretty filled. So I just added those as well. How cute are these mini file folders? I'm just obsessed with them and just so quick and easy to make. So yeah, these end up being about 5 by 6 inches. They're 6 inches wide, and then tall, like height wise, it's 5 inches from like the front cover, if that makes sense. And then it'd be 5.5 from like the back cover, but 6 inches, you know, if you're measuring all the way from the top of the tab down to the bottom. So I would call them 5 by 6 inches. But yeah, perfect for like to store 4 by 6 photos or organizing photos. You know, organizing A2 size cards, or I had like some stamps that would fit in this. But yeah, whatever you like. Let me know what you would use them for. I just think they are so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying this series and this idea, and I'll see you soon for my next one. Bye.